Welcome back to the deep dive.
Thanks for having me.
Today we're diving into a topic that might seem a bit off the beaten path, at least for our listeners here in Deer Park, LaPorte, and Pasadena.
Right.
We're going to be exploring the world of second passports and global mobility.
Yeah.
Now, I know what you might be thinking.
Okay.
What does this have to do with, life here in Southeast Houston?
Right.
But stick with us.
Yeah.
Because it's all about expanding your options.
Absolutely.
Having a plan B, which honestly can be valuable no matter where you live.
For sure.
And, we're all about empowering you
Yeah.
with actionable information.
Absolutely.
And this deep dive is no different.
Yeah.
Our guide for this journey is a special report
Okay.
by Mikkel Thorup. He's the CEO of Expat Money.
Okay.
And it outlines, a bunch of different residency and citizenship programs that are going to be available in 2025.
Fascinating.
It is. And it's kind of fascinating how this report sheds light on this growing trend of individuals seeking, alternative residency or even citizenship
Yeah.
in other countries.
Absolutely.
And it's not just the wealthy elite.
Right.
There are options for people from all walks of life.
For sure.
So whether you're concerned about, political climates or intrigued by the idea of living abroad,
Yeah.
or simply want to, unlock greater travel freedom,
Of course.
this deep dive is for you.
I like it.
Yeah,
Think of it as adding another tool to your toolbox.
exactly.
For personal and financial freedom.
Okay, before we get into specifics,
Yeah.
let's start with some basics.
Okay.
Can you break down the difference between a tourist visa,
Sure.
permanent residency,
Yeah.
and citizenship?
Absolutely. So let's imagine you're going on vacation.
Okay.
A tourist visa is like that temporary guest pass.
Uh-huh.
That you get when you arrive in the new country.
Right.
It allows you to stay for a limited time, usually for tourism or leisure,
Right.
and then you got to leave.
Okay.
Permanent residency, on the other hand, is like having a key to the city.
Okay.
It gives you the right to live in a country
Uh-huh.
instantly.
So you can come and go,
Yeah,
put down roots, and access, many of the benefits
exactly.
that citizens enjoy.
Exactly. You can own property,
Ah.
start a business, access healthcare,
Yeah.
and even sponsor family members in some cases.
But it's not the same as being like a full-fledged citizen.
Correct.
Okay.
Citizenship is like owning the whole building,
Okay.
to use your analogy.
Got it.
So it's the highest level of belonging
Okay.
and comes with additional rights and privileges, like the right to vote, hold public office,
Okay.
and obtain a passport
Right.
from that country.
And this is where it gets really interesting.
Okay.
Mikkel Thorup emphasizes that having citizenship
Yeah.
is different
Yeah.
from simply having a passport.
Right.
And he even shared this anecdote
Okay.
about Panama's former leader, Noriega,
Okay.
who he gave out passports
Uh-huh.
to people,
Right.
but didn't actually grant them citizenship.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah, and when Noriega was ousted,
Uh-huh.
those folks were left in a very precarious legal situation
Oh, wow.
because they didn't have the full rights and protections of citizenship.
It's a cautionary tale
Yeah.
that highlights, the importance of understanding,
Right.
those legal distinctions,
For sure.
making sure you're getting what you're paying for.
Absolutely.
And Thorup also pointed out how the pandemic
Oh, yeah.
really brought these distinctions into sharp focus.
It did.
Countries often close their borders
Yeah.
to tourists,
Right.
but citizens
Yeah.
and permanent residents were still able to enter.
Absolutely.
Right, so it kind of underscores the value of having a secure status
Yeah.
in a world where things can change rapidly.
For sure. It's like having an insurance policy
Yeah.
for your freedom and mobility.
So who might be interested in these programs?
Right.
Who are the people seeking a second passport?
So Thorup outlines several key motivations.
Okay.
Some people are concerned about, the political climate or economic instability
Right.
in their home country
Okay.
and are looking for, a more stable and secure environment.
Yeah.
Others are drawn to the idea of relocating to a new country,
Uh-huh.
perhaps for a better quality of life, new opportunities,
Okay.
or a different cultural experience.
I can definitely see the appeal of experiencing a new culture, exploring new landscapes,
Yeah,
and maybe even finding a place with a lower cost of living.
absolutely.
Yeah,
And let's not forget the allure of, increased travel mobility.
okay,
Many passports have limitations.
right.
For instance, a Canadian passport holder might need visas
Uh-huh,
to travel to certain countries.
right.
A second passport
Yeah,
could open up, those destinations
yeah.
and simplify international travel significantly.
It's like having a master key
Yeah,
that unlocks more of the world.
precisely.
Yeah.
And for those involved in international business,
Mm-hmm.
a second passport can be a game changer.
Okay.
It can grant access to new markets,
Uh-huh.
simplify travel for meetings and conferences,
Right, okay.
and even open up investment opportunities
Right.
that might be restricted based on your original nationality.
Okay, so you're intrigued by the idea
Yeah,
of a second passport,
right,
but how do you actually get one?
right.
Where do you even begin?
So there are several pathways,
Okay.
each with its own set of requirements
Mhm.
and considerations.
Okay.
Thurup breaks them down onto what he calls the 4+1
Okay.
paths to citizenship.
Okay.
Let's start with ancestry.
Okay, so like tracing your family tree back to the old country.
Exactly.
Okay.
Many countries offer citizenship
Yeah.
based on the principle of right of blood.
Uh-huh.
Meaning, if you can prove that your parents, grandparents, or even great-grandparents were citizens of that country,
Right.
you might be eligible to claim citizenship as well.
It sounds like an exciting way to connect with your heritage and potentially unlock a whole new part of your identity.
Yeah.
Are there any downsides to this approach?
Well, it's not always a straightforward process.
Okay.
It requires gathering documentation,
Uh-huh.
establishing, a clear lineage,
Right.
and often navigating complex legal procedures,
Yeah.
which can take time and money.
So it's not as simple as just showing up with a family photo album and being like, hey, I'm one of you.
Not quite. Thurup emphasizes the importance of, working with professionals
Okay.
who specialize in these matters
Mm-hmm.
to ensure you're, following the correct procedures
Right.
and meeting all the requirements.
So ancestry is one path.
Yeah.
What are the others?
Another option is birthright citizenship,
Okay.
which relies on the principle of right of soil.
Okay.
This means that if you are born
Uh-huh.
in a country that grants automatic citizenship
Okay.
to anyone born within its borders,
Right.
you are automatically a citizen,
Okay.
regardless of your parents' nationality.
My child was born in Brazil,
Okay,
and that automatically grants them Brazilian citizenship.
right.
Does that mean I have an easier path to citizenship in Brazil, too?
That's a great example of how, birthright citizenship
Yeah.
can create pathways.
Right.
For family members,
Yeah.
in your case, you might be eligible to apply for residency in Brazil
Uh-huh.
through family reunification
Okay.
and potentially even gain, a fast track
Uh-huh.
to citizenship.
I'll definitely look into that.
Yeah.
What are the other ways to gain citizenship?
Another common path is naturalization.
Okay.
This involves, living in a country legally
Right.
for an extended period, often several years.
Okay.
Meeting certain requirements like language proficiency,
Mm-hmm.
integration into society,
Okay.
and having a clean criminal record.
So it's like proving that you're a good resident and committed to the country.
Exactly.
Yeah.
However, it's important to note that not all countries offer naturalization,
Right.
and the process can be complex and time-consuming.
Yeah.
Thurup advises seeking, professional guidance to avoid any pitfalls.
Yeah, it sounds like there's a lot of paperwork and red tape involved.
For sure.
What about the option of buying a passport that I've heard about?
Yes, so that falls under the category of citizenship by investment.
Okay.
And it's a fascinating option, especially for high net worth individuals or those who need citizenship quickly.
Okay.
It essentially involves making a significant financial contribution
Uh-huh.
to a country
Right.
in exchange for citizenship.
So it's like a fast track
Yeah,
to citizenship, but Comes with a hefty price tag.
That's a fair assessment.
Yeah.
The investment can take various forms,
Okay.
such as, purchasing real estate, investing in government bonds,
Right.
making a donation to a development fund,
Uh-huh.
or even investing in a local business.
Okay, we've covered ancestry, birthright, naturalization,
Yep.
and investment.
Right.
What about that? Plus one
Right.
option you mentioned earlier.
The bonus category is marriage
Okay.
or religion.
Okay.
Some countries offer expedited paths
Yeah.
to citizenship for individuals who, marry a citizen
Okay.
or convert to a specific religion.
Right.
However, these pathways often have very specific requirements and might not be suitable
Yeah.
for everyone.
It seems like there's a path
Yeah,
for almost anyone, depending on, their individual circumstances
absolutely.
and goals.
Yeah,
But I imagine there are, a few hoops to jump through,
for sure.
regardless of which path you choose.
Absolutely. So there are standard requirements
Okay.
Across most programs,
Okay.
such as providing proof of identity,
Mm-hmm.
A clean criminal record,
Okay.
and proof of financial stability.
Mm-hmm.
The specific, documents
Yeah.
and procedures will vary depending on the country
Right.
and program.
So it's crucial to do your research.
Yeah,
Understand the requirements
absolutely.
before, diving in head first.
Exactly. Thorup emphasizes working with experienced professionals
Okay.
who can guide you through the process
Uh-huh.
and ensure you're meeting all the, necessary criteria.
All right. So we have a good grab of the basics.
Okay.
Now let's get into some of the specific
Okay.
residency and citizenship programs
Right.
that Mikkel Thorup highlights
Yeah.
in his report.
Sounds good. Let's explore some options that might be particularly intriguing
Okay.
for our listeners here in Southeast Houston.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's start with Portugal's Golden Visa program.
Okay.
It's a popular choice for those seeking a pathway to permanent residency
Uh-huh.
in Portugal
Right.
and eventually citizenship
Okay.
in one of the world's most desirable locations.
Portugal.
Yeah.
Beautiful beaches, delicious food,
Yeah.
rich history.
Yeah,
And let's be honest, who wouldn't want a place to escape those, brutal Houston summers?
right.
So what's the catch?
Well, the main requirement is a significant real estate investment,
Okay.
500,000 euros to be exact.
€500,000 is no small chunk of change.
Right.
So what are the benefits that come with that investment?
So first and foremost, you're investing in a stable and desirable European country
Okay.
with a high quality of life.
Mm-hmm.
Portugal's Golden Visa provides a pathway to permanent residency, allowing you to live, work, and study in Portugal.
So you're not just parking your money.
Right.
You're gaining access to a whole new way of life.
Exactly. And after 5 years of residency, you can apply for Portuguese citizenship,
Okay.
which comes with a powerful passport that grants visa-free travel
Uh-huh.
to over 180 countries,
Wow.
including the entire European Union.
That's incredible access.
Yeah.
Are there any financial perks to consider?
Yeah, Portugal offers a non-dom tax system,
Okay.
which provides attractive tax breaks for new residents
Okay.
for the first 10 years.
You had me at tax break.
Right.
I know some of our listeners might be thinking, €500,000, that's way out of my league.
Right.
Are there any ways to reduce that investment amount?
Yeah, so Thora mentions a couple of clever strategies.
Okay.
If you're willing to invest in a property
Uh-huh.
that's over 30 years old and requires renovation,
Mm-hmm.
you can potentially reduce the investment amount by 20%.
So you're essentially getting a discount for breathing new life into an older property. I like it.
Yeah.
What else?
And if you choose a property in a less developed area of Portugal
Okay.
with a lower GDP,
Uh-huh.
you can qualify for another 20% reduction.
So you could potentially get into the program for around €280,000.
That's right.
That makes it a lot more attainable.
It does. And remember, you're not just spending money.
Right.
You're investing in real estate,
Uh-huh.
which can appreciate over time.
Right.
It's a way to diversify your assets
Mm-hmm.
and potentially generate a return on your investment
Yeah.
while gaining a valuable second passport.
Sounds like a win-win.
Yeah.
Now, what about other European options?
Okay.
A lot of folks dream of living in the UK.
Sure.
What's the situation there these days?
Yeah, so the UK has become more selective
Okay.
with its residency by investment programs in recent years.
Okay.
Their main program now is the Innovator Founder Visa,
Okay.
which, as the name suggests, is geared towards entrepreneurs with innovative business ideas
Uh-huh.
that can contribute to the UK economy.
So it's not just about investing money.
Right.
You have to, bring something new to the table.
Exactly.
Okay.
Your business idea must be original,
Uh-huh.
viable, and demonstrate high growth potential.
Okay.
You also need an endorsement from an approved body to validate the value and scalability of your venture.
Sounds like it's aimed at a, specific niche of entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
So what if you're not, a tech mogul with a revolutionary app idea?
Right.
What are your options?
Then the UK might not be the easiest route to residency, but don't worry, there are other European options
Okay.
with more accessible investment thresholds.
Okay.
Bulgaria, for instance,
Uh-huh.
offers an investor visa program
Okay.
for €512,000.
Okay, so that's less than the Portugal program.
It is.
And potentially within reach for some of our, more ambitious listeners.
Right.
Tell me more about Bulgaria's program.
Yeah, so it offers flexibility in terms of investment options.
Okay.
You can invest in company shares,
Uh-huh.
bonds,
Okay.
or even intellectual property.
Interesting. Any fast track to citizenship in Bulgaria?
Actually, yes.
Okay.
Thorup mentions a little-known strategy.
Okay.
If you double your investment
Uh-huh.
to just over €1 million,
Okay.
you can apply for citizenship after just 18 months.
Wow, that's a shortcut worth considering.
It is.
Okay, let's bring it back closer to home.
Okay.
What about options in the Americas?
Sure.
Something maybe a bit warmer than Bulgaria.
Right. Panama is a popular choice,
Okay.
particularly for those, seeking a favorable tax environment
Mm-hmm.
and a relatively easy path to residency.
Okay.
Their Friendly Nations Visa program has undergone some changes in recent years.
Right. I remember hearing about those changes. Didn't they increase the investment amount?
They did.
Okay.
Yeah, they raised the real estate invested requirement
Okay.
to $200,000
Okay.
in 2021.
That's
It
right.
used to be much lower.
Yeah.
But it's still relatively accessible compared to, some European programs.
And what about Panama's tax system?
Uh,
I know many of our listeners are interested in, legally optimizing their taxes,
right.
especially with the, ever-increasing property taxes here in Harris County.
Yeah, that's where Panama really shines.
Okay.
They have a territorial tax system,
Okay.
meaning you only pay taxes on income earned
Uh-huh.
within Panama.
So if you're, running an online business
Right.
or have income from sources outside Panama,
Right.
you could potentially, reduce your tax burden significantly.
Exactly. It's a major draw for entrepreneurs, digital nomads,
Okay.
and anyone looking for a tax-friendly haven.
Panama definitely sounds appealing,
Yeah.
especially for those who, want to be closer to home and enjoy, a more tropical climate.
Right.
Are there any other residency programs in the Americas worth considering?
Brazil is an interesting option,
Okay.
especially with its relatively low cost of living
Okay.
and vibrant culture.
Uh-huh.
They have a residency program based on real estate investment,
Okay.
requiring a purchase of at least 1 million rey,
Uh-huh.
which translates to roughly $200,000.
You mentioned earlier that you have some personal experience with Brazil.
I do.
Right.
Yeah, my son was born in Brazil,
Okay.
which grants him automatic Brazilian citizenship.
Right.
And because of that, I'm eligible to apply for permanent residency
Uh-huh.
through family reunification
Okay.
and potentially fast-track my own path to citizenship.
Wow.
It's a great example of how life events can create, unexpected pathways to global mobility.
It's fascinating how these opportunities can emerge.
Yeah.
Brazil is a vast and diverse country with a lot to offer.
Yeah.
Speaking of opportunities, let's shift gears and talk about those fast-track citizenship by investment programs.
Okay.
These are the ones that can potentially grant you a second passport in a matter of months, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
These programs are appealing for individuals who need citizenship quickly
Okay.
or prefer a more straightforward process.
Okay.
However, they typically come with a higher price tag.
Let's dive into some of these programs, starting with Malta.
Okay.
I've heard their passport is, one of the best in the world.
Yeah. Malta's individual investor program is highly sought after,
Uh-huh.
and for good reason.
Okay.
It grants access to a top-tier passport
Okay.
with visa-free travel
Uh-huh.
to a staggering 184 countries,
Wow.
making it one of the most powerful passports in the world.
That's impressive. What are the requirements for this program?
So it's a multifaceted process.
Okay.
First, you need to establish residency in Malta,
Okay.
which can be done through an investment of 600,000 euro
Okay.
or 750,000 euro,
Okay.
depending on the residency duration
Right.
you choose.
Okay.
Then you'll need to invest in real estate,
Uh-huh.
either buying a property for at least 700,000 euro
Okay.
or renting a property for at least 16,000 euro annually.
Okay, so there's a significant investment involved in both residency and real estate.
Right.
What else is required?
You'll also need to make a charitable donation
Okay.
of at least 10,000 euro
Okay.
to a registered organization
Okay.
in Malta.
Okay.
It's a way for the Maltese government to ensure that, applicants
Uh-huh.
are committed to contributing to the country's well-being.
It's like a membership fee
Right.
for an exclusive club.
You could say that,
Right.
but in return, you gain access to a highly desirable passport
Mm-hmm.
and the opportunity to live in a peaceful and stable European nation
Uh-huh.
with a rich history
Yeah.
and culture.
It sounds like a fantastic option for those who can afford it.
Absolutely.
Let's move on to another intriguing option.
Okay.
What about Turkey?
Okay. Turkey's citizenship by investment program is relatively straightforward
Okay.
and affordable,
Okay.
at least compared to Malta.
Mm-hmm.
It requires a $400,000 investment
Okay.
in real estate,
Uh-huh.
which you must hold for at least 3 years.
So you're essentially buying a property and getting a passport as a bonus.
You could see it that way.
Yeah.
And the Turkish passport,
Uh-huh.
while not as powerful as Malta's,
Okay.
still offers visa-free travel
Okay.
to 111 countries,
Okay.
including destinations that might be difficult to access with a U.S. passport.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I've heard that Turkey is becoming a major player on the global stage.
Yeah.
Could a Turkish passport offer strategic advantages in the future?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
Thorup predicts a future
Uh-huh.
with multiple global superpowers
Okay.
and jurisdictions.
Uh-huh.
Having a passport from a country like Turkey,
Right.
with its unique geopolitical position
Yeah.
and ties to various regions,
Uh-huh.
could indeed be beneficial.
Okay.
It's like diversifying your passport portfolio.
I like that analogy.
Yeah.
Now let's venture to a more exotic locale.
Okay.
What about Vanuatu?
Okay.
I have to admit I had to look it up on a map.
Yeah, Vanuatu is a small island nation
Okay.
located in the South Pacific,
Okay.
east of Australia.
All right.
It's known for its pristine beaches,
Uh-huh.
incredible scuba diving,
Okay.
and commitment to organic living.
Sounds like paradise.
Yeah.
What's the citizenship by investment program like there?
It's one of the fastest
Okay.
and most affordable programs available.
Okay.
It requires a donation of $130,000,
Okay.
which covers all, government fees
Uh-huh.
and legal costs.
Okay.
And the best part is you don't have to reside in Vanuatu
Uh-huh.
to maintain your citizenship.
So you could gain a second passport without ever setting foot in the country.
Exactly.
That's remarkable.
And another unique aspect of Vanuatu's program
Yeah.
is the option to pay with cryptocurrency.
Interesting.
Thorup mentions clients who purchased Bitcoin years ago
Uh-huh.
for a few dollars
Okay.
and were able to acquire Vanuatu citizenship
Uh-huh.
for a fraction of a Bitcoin.
Talk about a return on investment.
Right.
What about the passport itself?
Okay.
How much travel freedom does it offer?
The Vanuatu passport grants visa-free travel
Okay.
to 130 countries,
Okay.
which is a significant upgrade for many nationalities.
Okay.
It's a great option for those seeking a quick,
Uh-huh.
affordable,
Okay.
and discreet pathway to a second passport.
Okay, we've covered Malta, Turkey,
Yeah.
and Vanuatu.
Right.
What about those Caribbean citizenship by investment programs I've heard about? Those always sound so glamorous.
The Caribbean is a popular destination for citizenship by investment,
Okay.
with 5 countries offering programs:
Okay.
St. Lucia, St. Kitts and Nevis,
Okay.
Antigua and Barbuda,
Okay.
Dominica, and Grenada.
They all sound beautiful.
Yeah.
Let's focus on a couple of those.
Okay.
What about St. Lucia?
Okay.
What makes their program stand out?
Yeah, so St. Lucia offers several options,
Okay.
including real estate investment
Uh-huh.
and a donation program.
Okay.
But one of the most interesting is their National Action Bond program.
Bonds.
Yeah.
That sounds different.
Yeah.
Tell me more.
It involves purchasing government bonds
Okay.
for a set period,
Mm-hmm.
currently 5 years.
Okay.
Recently, they reduced the bond amount
Uh-huh.
to $300,000,
Okay.
making it more accessible.
All right.
And St. Lucia has a long history of issuing bonds
Mhm.
without ever defaulting.
Okay.
So it's considered a relatively safe investment.
So you're essentially loaning money to the government
Right.
in exchange for citizenship.
Yeah.
Sounds like a way to gain citizenship while also supporting the country's development.
That's right.
What kind of travel benefits
Okay.
does the St. Lucia passport offer?
The St. Lucia passport grants visa-free access
Okay.
to 145 countries,
Okay.
including the Schengen zone,
Mm-hmm.
the UK, Singapore, and Hong Kong.
Okay.
It's a powerful travel document
Yeah.
that opens up significant opportunities for global mobility.
Okay, let's move on to another Caribbean option.
Okay.
What about Antigua and Barbuda?
Antigua and Barbuda offer both real estate
Uh-huh.
and donation pathways to citizenship.
Okay.
The real estate option requires an investment of at least $200,000,
Okay.
which you must hold for at least 5 years.
Right.
The donation option involves contributing to the country's National Development Fund.
So with the real estate option, you're essentially getting citizenship.
Yeah.
And a beautiful property.
Right.
In a Caribbean island nation.
Right.
Not a bad deal.
It sounds appealing, but Thorup cautions against real estate investments in the Caribbean for citizenship programs.
Interesting.
He suggests that, donation programs might be more financially sound in the long run.
Okay.
Because real estate values in the Caribbean can fluctuate.
Right.
And you might not get a favorable return on your investment when you decide to sell.
That's valuable advice.
Yeah.
It's crucial to consider the long-term financial implications.
Yeah, exactly. And speaking of options, it's worth noting that the number of countries offering citizenship by investment programs is relatively limited, aside from the 5 Caribbean nations we mentioned. There's Vanuatu and a handful of European countries.
It's almost like an exclusive club of nations,
right?
Offering this, unique opportunity.
For sure.
Okay, so we've explored a wide range of residency and citizenship programs.
Yeah.
From the affordable to the luxurious, from the straightforward to the complex.
Absolutely.
I bet our listeners are feeling, overwhelmed with all this information.
Sure.
So what advice does Thorup have for someone just beginning to explore these possibilities?
Right, you're right. It is a lot to digest.
Yeah.
So the first step is clarifying what you're looking for.
Okay.
What are your, motivations for seeking a second passport? What are your priorities? Lifestyle, travel, financial benefits,
all right.
or future planning.
It's not a one-size-fits-all solution.
Exactly.
Someone seeking a tropical escape has, different needs.
Right.
From someone wanting to, expand their business into new markets.
Exactly.
Right.
Once you clearly define your goals,
Yeah.
you can start researching programs aligned with your needs and budget.
Right.
Then reach out to a reputable consultant for personalized advice and guidance.
Thinking back to that anecdote about Noriega and the Panama passports, it highlights the importance of due diligence and working with experts you can trust.
Absolutely. It's crucial to work with professionals who are, knowledgeable, ethical, and have your best interests at heart.
Yeah. It's eye-opening to realize how much is out there.
Yeah.
Beyond our familiar corner of Southeast Houston.
Absolutely.
But I imagine some of our listeners might be thinking, okay, this all sounds interesting.
Yeah.
But how does this, apply to me?
Right.
I'm not, a millionaire.
Yeah.
And I don't necessarily, plan on leaving Texas.
Sure.
Anytime soon.
That's a fair point. And I think it's important to emphasize that, a second passport or alternative residency isn't just about escaping or relocating.
Yeah.
It's about having options and diversifying your, personal and financial portfolio.
It's like having a backup plan.
Yeah.
A safety net.
Yeah.
Or even just a way to, expand your horizons.
Absolutely.
Experience the world.
Yeah.
From a different perspective.
Exactly. Think of it like this.
Okay.
If you have all your savings in one bank account, and that bank fails, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
But if you have savings in multiple accounts, you have a buffer, a sense of security.
That's a great analogy.
Yeah.
A second passport or alternative residency can offer, a similar sense of security and freedom.
Absolutely.
Right.
Thorup talks about how, a second passport can be one of the greatest gifts you can give to future generations.
Wow.
In a world facing increasing global interconnectedness, challenges and, evolving geopolitical landscapes. Having options and flexibility can be incredibly valuable.
It's about creating a legacy of freedom and opportunity for your children and grandchildren.
It's about empowering them with choices.
And that's what, we're all about here on The Deep Dive, empowering our listeners.
Absolutely.
With actionable information.
Yeah.
So they can make informed decisions about their lives and their future.
Absolutely. So for those who are intrigued by these possibilities, what would you recommend as a first step?
I think it all starts with education. Do your research.
Yeah.
Explore the options. And consider, what aligns with your goals and values.
Absolutely. There are a wealth of resources available online.
Yeah.
And, of course, Thorup's special report,
right,
which we've linked in the show notes.
Yes.
Which is a great place to start.
And once you've, done some initial exploration,
yeah,
consider reaching out to a reputable consultant specializing in, second citizenship and residency.
Yeah.
They can, provide personalized guidance, answer your questions,
right,
help you, navigate the process.
Think of it like hiring a financial advisor.
Okay.
For your global mobility strategy.
It's an investment in your future.
Well said.
So to our listeners in Deer Park,
yeah,
LaPorte, and Pasadena, Texas,
yeah,
we encourage you to think beyond your local community.
Absolutely.
Consider the, possibilities that global mobility can offer.
For sure.
Whether you're dreaming of a tropical escape,
right,
or seeking new business opportunities, or simply want to, expand your options for the future.
Absolutely.
A second passport or alternative residency.
Yeah.
Could be a valuable tool in your toolbox.
For sure.
It's all about empowering yourself.
Absolutely.
With choices.
Exactly. And remember, knowledge is power.
That's what the deep dive is all about.
That's right.
Thank you for joining us
on
this deep dive.
It's been great.
Into the world of second passports, and global mobility.
My pleasure.
We hope you found it informative and inspiring.
Absolutely.
If you found, value in today's episode and want to support our mission of empowering residents of Deer Park, LaPorte, and Pasadena, Texas, to improve their lives and community.
Absolutely.
Please consider making a donation.
Yes.
At thinkandactlocally.com/donate.
That's right.
Every contribution helps us keep the show going and reach more people with valuable information like this.
Absolutely.
You'll also find a link to that in our show notes.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening.
Take care.
We'll see you next time on The Deep Dive.